Welcome to the listening show, a show you can listen to. Don't ever tell me I live my life ever again.
Gosh, stop. This sounds...
I haven't even got to the annoying part yet.
No.
Here it goes.
No, stop it. I would turn it off.
You like it?
No.
Well, we'll try this again next time it's my turn. Since you're not ready for art. Today is going to be about, what is it, a what if list?
We can. I pulled it up and there's like at least one question that's interesting.
Okay, but before we do, if you're watching this, if you're watching a show that you can listen to, you'll see that the location has changed again. I wish I had my again button. That is because we are in Zach's place.
Yeah, we're at my house.
And the reason for that is because I want to go home. But as of this weekend, this is my home. I'm moving into your place.
Yep.
So this is your office. It was in my gaming room before. Now it's in your office room. You can see the bottom of some guitars right now. We may have one camera. And eventually we want to move into a bigger, more special listening room. But for now, this is what we're going to deal with, which you can see if you're watching that we're on the floor. Mm-hmm. But it's fine right now. I mean, you have pillows, so it can't be that bad for you.
Well, it's not even... it wouldn't even be bad for you to move forward, but I have the pillows, so why not use them?
I guess it's a perfectly good door I could sit against.
Yeah, just watch your head because of that.
No, this is better.
Yeah.
When I move in here, I can bring my one pillow and just use it right here for my back, and I'll be good.
You can have one.
Oh, thanks.
Here you go.
Don't throw it though, because the technology. Ah, the technology. That's much better. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you've already looked through the list a little bit.
Yeah, the most interesting one I've seen so far was you basically get a megaphone that's so big that the whole world can hear you say something, but you only get one sentence. What sentence would you say?
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Well, give me a time limit, like 10 seconds or something to think of an answer. We both get the same amount of time to think. So what's our amount of time?
Well, it's tough. I want to I think out loud, so I'll process.
All right, never mind. My game sucks. It's just that I'm never going to think of an answer I'm happy with because I won't have enough time. But so go ahead.
There's obviously, okay, let's break it down. There's serious things you could say. If you could say something to anyone, you'd probably want to say something important, right? Or there's a perfectly good reason to say something stupid to everyone too, like hi, like whatever. But maybe there's a thing that everybody should know. The problem is that, like everything else, it's tough to reduce any important thing to one sentence or to a small nugget of information.
I don't know. I mean, I don't have enough time to think about it, so I go with something stupid. I'm imagining someone just walking on the street and is sitting there. They hear this voice for a second. Like, what was that? Mm-hmm. Everybody heard this thing. So it may not mean anything to them. They don't know where it comes from. So how could you say something serious and a stranger hears it at random and goes, that was important, I'm going to remember that forever. They may forget it. So
I would do a sentence that's a really run-on sentence with lots of comments like, hey
we
guys,
went down to the store to get milk, but then
I just wanted to let you guys know that it's important to be nice to each other. And that if you want to have success in life, then you should treat people the way you want to be treated. And
the genie who's holding the microphone up to your mouth is like rolling his eyes like, God damn
Yeah.
it.
And also, don't forget about your animals and volunteer, because that can't hurt anyone. And
imagine what's going on. Everyone in the world, like, what is happening?
It's like
this guy just talking.
Yeah. And no, I don't know. It's tough.
I think I can't think of something funny. I would do something random.
Yeah.
That would be so weird that people would remember for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
It has to be weird. So it'd be like they're walking around and they hear, do you smell that? Everybody heard that. And they were like, what was that?
Yeah. Or you hear like the microphone feedback sound and you... The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And everyone's like, what?
That, or I do something just to mess with people, like, oh, the microphone system's on, quick, turn it off. And
that's great.
It's on, turn it off. And then people are like, we're in a government or a
shoot,
matrix.
We're live. Yeah. Oh shoot, we're live. That's so funny. That's a good answer.
Something stupid.
I don't know what one sentence that everybody could find utility to hear.
Yeah, I don't know.
Follow my Instagram at Zach Fisher.
Follow the sound of my voice. Be like,
Where's
that's less profound than, do you smell something? Do you smell that?
Hey guys, if you guys want to have a good time, meet me at my house party this Saturday.
And the address is the microphone line.
Yeah. BYOB. That means bring your own beer.
bitches. Oh, right.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Okay.
that you could. So there's this one. If you had the chance to change something in history, risking that your parents would never meet each other and that things could potentially be worse, would you do it?
No.
Me neither. That's easy.
The answer
Butterfly
is
effect.
Well, the answer is I don't want the responsibility.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the camera, but does that thing swing toward the wall, or is it? Well, it didn't really work. Never mind. Put it back. Oh, yes, it does go toward the wall. Perfect. Now we can see a bit more.
That's good.
See your tattoo. All right, cool. Fix.
Good. Yeah, that one's easy for me because I've always like all those butterfly effect horror stories like really sunk into me.
Damn creepypastas.
Yeah, they like 100%. I think that's legit though. So maybe it would have been cool to.
There are memes like that going around now. It's called "Moves a Chair," the timeline, and it shows a random photo.
Yeah.
Time traveler moves a chair. No, and then it shows today or something. It's something dumb things. But I guess it's going around right now.
So there's that one. We've talked about that before. I'm looking for another one.
This door is awesome
Why?
because it's way better than trying to use what non-existent lower back muscles I have. This is way better.
If you woke up in the middle of the night and your house was on fire and you had time to save 3 things in your house, what would you save?
I'd save time.
I'd save the house.
This question's dumb. My answer is also dumb.
Yeah.
3 things. Okay, let's
3
take,
items.
Let's take the question for how it was intended.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd
Well,
say
the
that.
first thing I'd say is my dog. I guess since I have one, I have to get him. Does yourself count? I'm assuming it doesn't count because
No,
you
no,
have
no.
to. Okay, so
You
my
can-
dog, my
you
lap-
save 3 things.
I'd save my dog, my laptop since it has most of my information on it, and then my phone. I guess since it also has a lot of information.
Let's not count things you can fit in your pocket really quick. So like your phone, keys, stuff like that.
Okay.
Those fit in your pocket.
Okay, these are things you have to go out of your way to,
Yeah,
to carry.
things. Yeah, you got to carry these
Unfortunately, I think
things.
the laptop is something you have to go grab and carry, and I
Yeah.
would go get that.
You do have to get that.
If pockets didn't matter, I'd then go grab the most valuable thing in my house, which would be like my Jeep, drive that out of there. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah.
It depends on what you can grab. If it's something you have to carry with your hands, I assume
Let's assume you can carry anything. So Jeep, that
Yeah.
counts. But that's in your garage.
I carry my dog because he has to.
Yeah.
And then the laptop, and I go out and get the Jeep and leave, and we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. I'm done.
That's interesting. That's a tough one for me. I have a lot of sentimental things. I'd probably grab my Martin guitar.
Nice.
I want to say one of the video game consoles, but that seems stupid because I won't have a TV.
Grab whatever you want. No one can judge you. It's your stuff.
I'd grab a pile of the sentimental letters and stuff I have for my family. I'll count that as a
That's
thing.
dumb.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Obviously.
Yeah. Like
Now-
like the book I'd grab the book I got when I turned 13 that has all the letters and like the video from my dead grandma and stuff. I'd take that because that means something to me.
It's part of you for real.
Right. For reals. And then I have one more thing. So guitar, book with the video. I don't know what I would grab next. I'd probably panic and look around and I'd just grab something.
Yeah, well, that's actually not a bad thing. You go, oh, there's 5 other things I need to take, but I can't. So
Yeah.
now you said your letters to it or about your family and whatnot. Then as a listener, I'd go, well, then you have to take that. But for example, the 3 things I listed, you might hear that and go, oh, it makes sense. But you don't know about the things I'm choosing to not take.
Yeah.
You're not making that choice for me. But now I'm not ignorant anymore. And you mentioned some things that I decided were important for you. So unfortunately you chose them, but people don't know. And, I was just going to go on about how great ignorance is, but never mind.
I should grab this computer. That's what I should grab. That's the third thing.
Yeah.
I'd grab my computer.
Some stuff on
I don't even use that computer. I forgot I had it. The other day I was yelling at you because we had to do some stuff for the townhouse, and I was like, I don't have a computer, but I do have one. I just don't. I forgot I have it. I'm dumb. I should use that more. I have like games on there I could play if I was ever bored. I should do that. We should end the podcast so I can play games. I'm totally joking. Let me look and see if there's more questions. There's the 3 wishes we could always do, but I think we've done something like that before. What if you were given a chance to go to the moon? Would you go?
Depends on a lot of things. And I'm not trying to be an asshole.
Why or why
depends. If it's let's assume it's expense paid and that your provisions are entirely provided for. So you have people who know what they're doing, seeing you along the way. It's a free provided trip. Like there's a presupposition. If that's the case, sure.
Let's assume your expenses are exactly as they would be if you're staying on Earth. So you still have to buy yourself food and stuff in space, but maybe pay for a hotel, a moon hotel.
Yeah, I'd be like, screw it, let's go.
Yeah, me too.
Because if the only risk is death or whatever, that comes with going there are worse ways to go. Whatever, I got nothing better to do.
Yeah, I got to go to space.
It's a trip in my mind.
Mm-hmm. Like the coolest vacation you could ever go on. Basically,
it'd be fun.
Space.
Well, I say it'd be fun, but I say it depends on things. I actually don't know what going to the moon entails. How long do you have to travel in space to get to the moon and back? And what are you supposed to be doing during that time? I have to actually know. Because I assume it's like a couple weeks to get there.
2.5 days.
You're just making it up? Or
no, that's what it is. That's how long it took them back in
I'd probably do
the
it.
70s.
But,
or whatever,
it depends.
60s.
If it turned out, the text requires, or you have to be this fit to go. Or there are these qualifications that have to be, like, I don't know. I'm just assuming that everything is provided for. It's literally just your time and risk that's being spent.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll go.
That's the way I see it too. Like technically, like anything, if you go on a vacation, you could get in a plane crash or a car crash. So the same.
There's risk and time, whatever.
Even if the risk is higher, I'd go to the moon. It'd be really scary, but I'd be like, I went to the moon.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, me too.
That's a fun question.
Just stay on the
that I kind of ruined.
Why'd you ruin it?
Because I just started picking at it. But no.
No, that's good. Found a suitcase full of $1 million. We could do that one.
I feel like we've done that before because we did do questions one time. I can't remember if they were.
Those were like
would you rather questions.
Yeah, these are more what ifs.
Whatever. I'm not saying. I think between you and I, we've talked about that before, and I think it was on the podcast. You can ask it if you want, but.
This one's interesting. This one is like a question for another person. What if you forgot every memory you had with me, but you could keep one of those memories? What one would you keep?
Why can't it be between us?
Yeah, that's cool. We can do it just you and E.
Okay,
yeah.
that's cool.
If I had to keep just
I have
one.
to forget everything about you except for one thing. And after
Let's say you know who I am and you know we're friends, but you just don't remember anything that we've ever done except for one thing.
Okay, I like the other version of the question better, but that's fair.
Yeah.
I know you're my friend, and I know we've been together for this long. I just don't remember anything.
Yeah, maybe you remember how we joke and stuff, but...
It'd probably have something to do with, it would be when we were much younger, and it'd be here at this place, and something about going outside and running around the neighborhood at night.
Running around the neighborhood at night.
Like, there's a little bar in the backyard. I guess the fan's still on. There's a little bar in the backyard gate, and we jumped over it. We ran into the field in the middle. Like, at night, just ran.
Where was that?
It's here a summer night.
We jumped over what?
Backside of the house. If you open the the gate,
yeah,
and then turn to the 180 behind you to the right, you start walking.
Oh, that bar.
Yeah, and you walk toward the middle of the big grassy area where the basketball court is. Like ran and jumped over that like our little baby parkour and ran around just in the grass. And
I don't remember that at all. I know that sounds like something you do.
It looks like you already beat me at the game because you forgot everything about us, and I have to tell you about one of them. Anyway, that's my answer.
That is a good answer.
Something simple and fun that I will always think is good.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
I'm sure we have lots of dumb things like that.
Yeah. The first thing that comes to mind is when we went up to see Buzz. But I don't. That's certainly not the only thing I'd want to remember. It was just a cool thing that you and I did. We just went on a road trip that like 8 hours there and back, like 9 hours there and back. That was fun. We like bought a bunch of pillows and put them in the back seat and stuff.
Yeah, that was good. And threw bottles of paste out the window.
You literally, you peed in a bottle. I have a video.
That's right. Wasn't it a flip phone? Yeah.
Okay, so you were like, I had to pee so bad. And I was like, I just stopped like 30 minutes ago because you have a tiny bladder. And then you're like, she's like, I just have to pee. Just pull over. I'll just pee on the road. I was like, you've got bottles, like a bunch of empty bottles. He's like, what if I fill up a whole bottle full of pee? And you've got multiple. You won't fill up multiple bottles. So you did this thing where you like turned on your side and you're like, piss. You're like yelling, I'm pig. Oh yeah. I'm driving the car laughing, and then you fill it up and you like screwed the cap on. You were like, I can't even say the way you did. But he's like, piss. And then you like open the window and said, piss. But you didn't just yell piss. You yelled a quote. It was like, this bottle of piss. And you threw it out the window.
Yo, bottle of paste.
Yeah.
Throw out the something like that.
You threw it out the window. That's totally littering.
Yeah, I was like, I can't believe I did that because you can't do that.
It's illegal, yeah.
I should have yelled, Gerone, because that's literally what it is. He fills jars with pee and he throws them at enemies. That's what I should have said.
And then you like hit your hand. You're like, ow, I hit my hand.
I'm glad you remember that part of the story.
I had the video. I'd watch it a lot. Yo, bottle of piss. And I'm laughing.
Yeah, I remember the video.
Whoa, who's that?
Maintenance.
Oh, maintenance is
Why don't
here.
you go get him?
I'll go get him. You distract everyone.
Okay. Well, I guess I can go back on the move a little bit. So, just a little bit. So, I've been moving for a bit. I didn't want to talk about it because I don't like dealing with things until they're done. But I've been moving for 2 or 3 weeks. I got at least a week to go. Kind of moving at my leisure, doing it by myself. I got a lot of stuff. But Zach's let me take the spare room. And yeah, it's fairly official. I don't live here yet, but the move has been being planned for like at least a couple months now. So moving on to the future a little bit, we're pretty excited because, as I mentioned, we're in this room, but we want to move into a bigger room. It's the spare room I'll be taking right now, and we want to have the podcast in there. We kind of downsized a tiny bit because instead of having 2 tables if you're watching to listening show, we have 1 right now because we're like in half a small room, which works. But we'd like to have in the listening show room, we want to have much more plush setup that will continue to expand, but that'll be like our little studio is the plan. But that be a few months yet until we move into there. All I was talking about was we want to move the listening show into a bigger room.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
That's all I said. I didn't say anything else.
Yep.
I didn't say anything about watching or anything.
No? We can talk about that, but we were going to talk about it in a little bit because he has to work on the electrical. I've got a problem with my room. So we'll pause this and we'll restart it later.
No, we have to end it.
End it?
Yes, we've never paused them before, and I have not mentally prepared to pause it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I
am. Let's do it. We're back.
That was like an hour, at least.
Yeah, something like an hour.
That took a while.
Sorry, I had a maintenance order put in because I live in a cooperative townhouse, and I had several things that I've been waiting for months for them to fix, and only recently did they respond in an email, and they said, we'll come over sometime in the next couple of weeks, and I thought that meant
2 weeks.
2 months. No, at the rate that they would normally go, but they came in like 2 days. It was like, wow, it was so good.
And so you weren't going to pass up the opportunity to have them fix this
No,
stuff.
I was like, I finally got
the show has to stop.
This has got to stop. Priority is to get this stuff. Anyway, they did it. They did a good job. They'll fix it tomorrow. But
they did a good job. They'll fix it later. They did everything minus a little bit more than I have to do tomorrow.
Yeah, they did all the major problem was I had an outlet that was like smoking. Every time you plug something into it, would be like, and then like sparks would happen once in a while. And it was like freaking me out. So I was like, you need to come and fix this. And I'm watching TV on this outlet. So yeah, I was worried about it, but not so worried that I didn't stop using it.
I need to watch TV, so you should probably fix it.
That's so dumb. Saying it out loud, knowing strangers are going to hear it, it makes it feel much more dumb to me. Because like, I'm over here like, you better come fix this. It's a fire hazard. I'm gonna keep using it, but
It's like, it's gonna start a fire. I wonder what's gonna happen in the next episode.
yeah. I better turn on the TV and distract myself from how dangerous this is. Yeah. What were we talking about?
What if questions?
Oh yeah.
And it was, I can't remember what the question was. Anyway, you have to pull up your cheat codes. We can do some more of those.
Okay.
Okay.
I remember one of them was like, if animals could talk, which one would be the biggest asshole? And I know my answer.
Predator would be.
A predator?
Yeah, because he doesn't have to answer to anybody. So maybe like a hawk.
I think it'd be like, okay, there's a bird, and this bird is such a jerk. This
Blue jay?
bird, okay, it's like a tall bird that walks around stomping little small creatures and stuff and killing them by kicking them really hard. I think that one would be the most rude one.
What is that?
I don't know what it's called, but it's like a bird. It looks like a small flamingo, but it literally just kicks the crap out of things and caves
That sounds
small
more
animals' heads.
specific than a hawk, but that also sounds like a predator to me. Something that kills and preys on other animals and doesn't have any, isn't a prey
Yeah.
to something else. So it's like,
Well, most of
do
the
whatever I
time,
want.
predators are kind of chill. Honestly, they really are.
Some
They're
of
like
them are.
they're just like.
I think
I'll leave things
tigers
alone.
would be chill. Tigers, I think, would be pretty chill.
I think all the
Because
predators
they're
are.
cats, they lay around.
There's like a happy like the most dangerous animals in the world, like tigers and hippos and stuff. Like 90% of the time, they're just like really chill and they let things just go around them and whatever. They're just like whatever, man. But then they're hungry and they're like F everything and then they kill you.
Yeah, I guess the one you talked about with the stomping.
They just do that all the time for
whatever
fun.
it is, whatever the most asshole one is, it'd be something with seemingly unnecessary attitude. For example, if it was as simple as just picking up the animal off the ground to eat it, but for no reason he sits on kicking it like it doesn't hurt the animal, he just kicks it before he eats it, then that's an asshole. You know what I mean? As an example,
Yeah.
if that was how it worked.
They'll just kick it to kill it.
Yeah, well, that's
They're mean. Yeah.
all right. Use the internet. Cheat.
Well, what if all the states in the USA were represented by food? What food would they be? Like, what food do you think of when you think of states?
Well, you mean each individual state, right?
Yeah, we don't have to go through every state.
Yeah,
Just
well,
like
there was a something I saw that showed. I think it was the. Yeah. I watched a video that showed this every state's food or what they're most known for,
yeah.
and Kansas was barbecue. I know that's not a food. There were some that were obvious, and some was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." And one of them was like, "What is that? That's horrible. That state sucks. If that's your best food, your most popular food." Like clam chowder was, I think it was New Jersey. I can't remember what. No, it wasn't.
Maine or something.
No.
I think Maine's known for their clam chowder because it's.
Oh, maybe. I don't.
That's what I think of when I think clam chowder. I think Maine.
Maybe it is, but
Yeah, I definitely think like tuna, Washington for sure.
anyway, I'll say
Like
this.
salmon?
I think that most popular food to state is also an adequate representation for what state best food represents each state is that food.
I'm not asking about what the consensus is. I'm asking what state do you like if you think of a food. I'll just give a couple examples. Like Louisiana, I think gumbo. You know, like shrimp gumbo.
I think shrimp.
Texas, I think like steak, like a big fat steak.
I think of chicken because they had the best chicken I've ever had. And that's
Really?
I'm not saying that they should be known for that, but that's what I think of. Is that the question?
Sure, yeah. Or like South Dakota. South Dakota, I think of like fried bread tacos
When you say South
because
Dakota,
that's what my grandma made us.
I think of pancake eggs and bacon breakfast.
That's a good one. That's a good call. Colorado, I think of weed.
Two things. It's not food.
Weed brownies.
I think of I think of several things, but I'm gonna pick the one of the three. There is no food that's unique to it, but number one is gonna be Rudy's barbecue sandwiches.
I changed my mind. No, I don't.
I changed my mind.
Yeah, Kansas is weird because even though I do kind of think barbecue with Kansas, I also think like chili.
I just think corn when you say Kansas.
I think corn. When you say corn, I think Iowa or Illinois. Yeah, Iowa. That's corn.
And there's the state of potato.
Potato? Is that Idaho?
Potato. Yeah, Idaho.
Okay.
That's what I said.
I'm with that.
That actually is correct.
I'm thinking like, okay, so like New Mexico enchilada. I'm just gonna go for it.
Tequila isn't food. I don't know. I don't know anything about. See, now I just have to assign
Just a
things to
stigma,
states
yeah.
I've never,
Stigma.
like I've never been there.
That's all it is.
Nevada, I don't know. I've nothing. Something spicy or hot. 'Cause
Buffalo
it's hot
wings.
out there. Okay, sure. Now
I'm going with
now
buffalo
they are the
wings.
state of buffalo wings.
Nevada, let us know if you're
bad.
from Nevada and if you like buffalo wings.
In China, the whole country, they get fortune cookies now. You know?
Yeah.
It's that thing. It's like we're just making up stuff now.
Yeah. I think,
right.
Okay.
Fix it.
We could do another one then.
Yes.
That one's fun. I can keep going.
No, you can't.
If you could be an Olympic athlete, what sport would you compete in?
Couldn't think of a funny answer that made sense.
I want to do the one. This is not my for real answer, but this is my funny answer. I want to do the one where they ski and shoot shit. You ever seen that?
No.
They literally strap a gun to their back and they ski through the mountains, and then they get to a checkpoint and they have to shoot a target, and then they ski to the next one.
That sounds like so much fun.
It sounds hard, but it sounds like. But who came up with that? Like some guy was skiing in mountains. He's like, you know what would make this experience of skiing through these mountains better? Shooting stuff. What do they call it? It's like die something or other. Die you clown.
I can't even joke to want to do it, but curling. No, I'm the one who throws it. The guys in front of me have to shave.
You
the
do
ice.
the.
I do this. This is my sport. Brian Regan has a joke about that. I can't remember how it goes, but probably extreme sports like the X Games are not in the Olympics, are they? Like skateboarding and
They are. Well,
they're not in the Olympics. Let's stick with
I think they're gonna be. I think they decided to add skateboarding.
Let's stick with traditional Olympics to where most people would be. Yeah, it's the Olympics.
We're gonna be probably ignorant
So
'cause I don't know all
skating,
the.
swimming, pole vaulting. What else is in the Olympics? Just throw some stuff out there.
Gymnastics.
Bobsledding. I would actually really like to do bobsledding.
You're talking like a Winter Olympics right now.
It's Olympics.
Okay, just all the Olympics. then.
Yes.
Okay, so there's luge, bobsled, which is luge is one person bobsled.
Bobsled.
There's ice skating, dancing, or whatever
Right.
they call that, choreographed.
Figure skating.
Figure skating, that's what they call it. There's skate racing, like speed skating.
Yeah, and then there of course there's running.
Hockey.
Like actual race.
Hockey was my favorite part of the Olympics. I love watching the hockey.
Bobsled.
I wish that Kansas City had. Well, maybe I'm going to be ignorant to it. Everyone's going to be like, Kansas City does have a hockey team, but I wish that there was a hockey team that was easy to watch in Kansas City. Watch me just look it up, and there's like totally.
We are
hockey.
the most famous hockey team in the country.
No, we definitely don't. Have the most
Yeah,
famous.
obviously not.
I think that St. Louis has the closest one, so I'm kind of like bandwagoning St. Louis Bruins fan, but hockey's fun. What's the like snowboarding where you go down the half pipe? Half pipe is what they call it.
It's like
They do
it's
it
like a bunch of
skiing, too.
mounds, and you have to go up and do style
Yeah.
and style on the left and the right and kick. It's like
awesome.
skating on a
Yeah.
skateboard. Only it's on a sled and it's
Man.
downhill, and you have to. That one I've always liked watching.
Oh, I know. I've
Like
never.
the aerobatic skiing
Yeah.
stunt sport. Thing.
I will never
Those
forget.
are fun to watch.
Let's talk about Olympic moments we'll never forget.
I don't have
will,
any, so
I
go
will
ahead.
never forget when Shaun White was down and then he did the skateboard half pipe on his last run and killed it. That moment was so epic. That was so awesome. I don't know if that was the last Winter Olympics or the one before that, but it was so cool because he's been good for years, Shaun White, but like he's kind of like old now, and everyone's like he's just a little old, but then he did it, and it was like wow. Then the moment that Phelps won by like a half second or whatever, but to get the gold, that was freaking sick.
Which time?
He's done it so many times.
Yeah, I bobsled.
Yeah, the Usain Bolt breaking the record was fast. That was fast. Did you know that? Then Simone Biles. I'll never forget some of the stuff she did during the Olympics. She's so cool. When Apollo, what's his name? Apollo something. He's a speed skater. Oh, Omar something? Maybe it's Omar. I thought it was Apollo though. I don't remember what his name is, but he's like the American speed skater, and he did really good a long time ago. That was fun to watch. Yeah, the Olympics are cool. Do you want me to ask another question? You don't know any Olympic? You don't have any stories about watching the Olympics and being like, that was amazing, and like those names are with you forever because it's the freaking Olympics.
Bobsled.
Oh my god.
No, I don't know much, but I think like bobsled's good.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, get a question.
What if you could be in a movie of your choice? What movie would you choose, and what character would you play?
Wow, so fun!
I know I knew you'd like that one. This one's for you. I don't even know if I have
fantasize
an
it about
answer.
a lot. I know sometimes I'll watch something and I go, "That looks like so much fun to play."
Yeah.
The first thing that comes to my mind is my favorite movie, The Book of Eli, and I wanted to play the villain because I want to play a villain. So Gary Oldman's character of Carnegie would be, I would enjoy trying it. And I can't say it's the one I want to do the most, but it's the first that comes to mind. About you?
I want to be like. I think I have to answer this before. I don't know. I'd want to be like the dumb character that everybody loves, who's like the sidekick. So the tension's not on me. Like I'd want to play like Deadpool's buddy.
Yeah.
Like
DJ Miller's character.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
The question was a specific movie and specific character. If you don't know, that's a fair enough question to answer.
Let's
for
say
yourself.
that character.
And then I would say I want to be the throwaway character who's like a cameo character, basically who shows up for like one scene for like a minute and then he's done and that's it. And I do that in like tons of movies.
I'd love to be a bit character who's just there for like what, like the soup guy. No soup for you, like something
one
like that.
line and you're done. Go home.
Or like 5 total lines. Maybe you modify the bit, but it's always people look forward to your scene because they know this guy is such a funny interplay with the main character.
For
or whatever.
me, that fantasy is I've seen that guy. I've seen him before. That's it. They don't remember where or what.
Yeah.
Just, I recognize him because he was in a thing a bunch of times.
Yeah, I'd be cool to be the no soup for you guy.
Yeah, that's good.
More that type of character where every time that the audience sees the main character encounter this guy again, it's like, oh, something's good's gonna happen.
Clear, I don't want to be typecast gag character. I don't want to be Rob Schneider. You can do it in every movie I'm in. I do not want to do that. I want to do something different every single time. Different role, different character, voice, appearance, all that stuff. Every time.
I wouldn't want to do like if I got to do that type of role, I'm sure I would then know that I'd want a different type of role, like a serious role or something. But like that's just the first one I want. It's like the bit character.
I love actors that do that. I'm like, oh, he's in so many movies. He just keeps doing these different things. So it makes me happy.
What if you could invite 4 famous people from all time to dinner? Who would those people be?
From all time. So
for all time, yeah. They could be living or dead.
Paul, the Apostle.
That's a good answer.
So you can make me feel like shit.
That is a good answer. Shoot. What about Jesus?
No, he's not a person. The Son is. If I invited the Son, the Father, and Holy Spirit, that's 3 out of 4 people. I need more spots.
And Jeremy from work. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, and Jeremy.
That's a good name for a book. It sounds like a satire, though. It's the Son, the Father, the Holy Spirit, and Jeremy.
So instantly,
4 is a lot of people.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm not thinking about it too hard because that takes too long. So I'm going to say Paul.
Paul's a really good answer. I might steal that answer.
I want to pick an actor that I don't know which. I want to pick an actor.
I'd say Elijah from the Bible. That's my first one.
That's cheating.
It's a good one.
I want to draft him. That's my turn.
We're doing a draft right now. So you picked Paul. I picked Elijah.
Yeah, Elijah's already going to his party, so I can't take him.
Yeah. You can't.
I want to pick an actor who, well, maybe Gary Oldman. I don't know, somebody, or Daniel Day-Lewis, or somebody who's just freaking amazing in everything they do. And
something
really
else
hard.
to consider is that all these people will all be at the same party. So maybe it'd be cool to see 2 people have a conversation. So maybe you want Gary Oldman to talk to Paul the Apostle.
No, I don't get to see these people. You have to tell me how.
You're inviting them to the party.
No, you're inviting 4 people to dinner. Not 2. Whatever.
To a dinner party. That's what it said.
Whatever. I'm gonna pick. Just put Gary Oldman in that spot. I don't know.
Gary Oldman,
just an experienced actor.
He's a good actor. My next one. I thought about keeping with the Bible theme and throwing Moses in there, but I don't know. He seems like he'd be too shy to enjoy a party. A dinner
He'd
party.
probably find a mountain.
He'd probably have Aaron come talk to him. For him.
Toward the end of the party, he'd come down with a couple tablets and be like, God damn it.
He sees the iPad. He's like, can I borrow that tablet for something?
Wow, this is so much easier than chiseling. Just use this.
Yeah. He like takes to the bathroom and he comes back. He's like, got 10 more rules for you guys.
Always wipe.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wash your hands before using this tablet. And there's like a little poop smear on it. Okay, that's dumb. No, I want to do. I'll try not to do a Bible character. I'll pick a different cat. We'll just pick
Be
categories.
selfish.
Bible character, then actor.
Don't worry about categories. Who do you
I'm going to
want?
follow suit. I want to. That would be
Go
an
ahead.
interesting
You
thought
can- you can
experience.
copy and paste my answers.
Actor. I'm not using the same actor, though.
You know you can't. It's cheating.
This is tough.
It is tough.
Paul Giamatti.
I'm so happy to
Got
meet
it.
him. He is that kind of actor who's just in a ton of different stuff.
Yeah.
That's one reason I like him so much.
So I got Elijah and Paul at my place. Giamatti, that is. You got Paul and you got different Paul.
I'd probably pick. Well, it's dumb, but I'm probably just going to invite Olin Rogers because I'm a fan of him. A fan of him, and it'd be fun to hang out with and talk to. And I would like to hear what he has to say about things.
So you got picked a YouTuber.
So I picked somebody that I look up to or that I like. I'm a fan of, basically. I'm a fan of this person. So you can pick like a musician or somebody you're a fan of, and just like
Okay.
they probably have good stuff.
Yeah. Musician would be a good change of pace. Who's a producer? You know? Maybe John Bellion. Yeah, maybe John Bellion. He seems like he's a cool dude, and I respect his producing a lot. But the thing about John Bellion is he's not my favorite producer, and he's not my
Don't
favorite
tell him
artist.
that. He's being invited. It'd be awkward.
But he's the most consistent one. He's my buddy Nathan's favorite guy, and so it's like he introduced me, and he like loves him, and so I borrowed some of that affection from him. But then also listening to his stuff, I'm like he's the most consistent producer and songwriter that I know. So I'd invite him. What's this?
The last person.
Oh yeah.
On my mind, sprouting out of my pinky.
Okay.
I'm going to invite Kermit the Frog.
Oh damn it! I was gonna say I knew it.
You knew it?
I knew you'd get JP before.
You know, I was
me.
going to invite Kermit Peterson.
Kermit the Frog.
Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, that's a really good answer. I was gonna say him earlier, but I forgot.
It's okay. I invited him for me.
He fell in the draft for sure. He would have been very near the top of my list. Well, shoot, I'm gonna get Jesus then. I'm getting Jesus. He fell in the draft,
Dude,
I'm getting Jesus.
you can't invite Jesus
Yes,
to
I
a party.
can. He's the man.
I know. But
I'm inviting not dead Jesus. He's alive.
I prefer Jesuses who aren't dead.
Yeah. I win.
But he's always there already.
No.
Yes. He is everywhere.
Yes, but he doesn't talk.
But he wasn't invited. That's the difference.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
all
He's
right.
coming to the party.
He's actually invited. To
I want to see him and all those people chat. Paul Giamatti and John Bellion and Elijah and him.
I want to watch Jordan Peterson talk to Paul and have
And then
each
Olin
other's,
Rogers like,
each other's minds blown, and Olin is enjoying the conversation, and he looked at him and he goes, "Yeah." And he got nothing because
Yeah.
no offense to Olin, but those two intellectual powerhouses are too much.
Yeah.
And then Paul Giamatti is just like,
Well, you don't have Paul. You don't have Paul Giamatti.
too bad. You according to you, he's at the same party.
No, you got what's his name? You got Gary Oldman. Remember?
Yeah, but they're all at the same party according to you.
No, they're all at your party.
What?
You have a party and I have a party.
That's what I was trying to say. I have a party of 4 and you have a party of 4.
Yeah.
And our groups cannot meet each other.
Right.
That's what I was saying. You're like, no, they're all invited to the same party. You're allowed to invite 4 people to a party.
That's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say was what you said, but what I was trying to say is one thing to think about when you draft your own party is that your own party members can all talk to each other.
Yeah, duh.
That's what I was saying.
What a party is.
That's what I was
Okay,
saying.
all right. I'm glad that you agree. And we just said a different way. So
Yes.
the only way I can know anything about those guys, the only way you know about what my guys did is you after the fact, you and I get to talk about what happened. That's it.
Hey, I tell
You
you
don't get to
what,
experience seeing them.
it would be
or
really
hearing them.
awesome to combine our parties because I love all your draft picks too.
That's cool. Yeah.
We both have really good parties, I think.
I feel bad for Bellion because I'd be like, I don't know you, and he'd be standing over there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know his music. You've heard it.
So
He's in everything basically. Let's look at another question. I liked that one a lot.
yeah, it's fun. One more. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. I'm trying to pick a good one.
I know what you mean.
These are all okay. These are all okay. They're just not great. This one is interesting. Maybe this will spark a topic. It's not like an answer this question. This is like maybe you can think of a topic. This one says, what if gravity was slowly disappearing?
Wow, we'd be all screwed.
But slowly. Like you have
How
time.
slowly? A day, a week? Pick a number or pick a time frame.
It's just over time.
Well, like if it's 1,000 years, who cares?
How
We can
about
adapt?
how about we don't know? That's part of the stress of it. It's like, wait a minute, everybody's a little bit lighter today, and all the things are a little bit lighter.
All we know is that it's they're gonna figure out.
Yeah.
They'll
They'll be able to track it.
They'll be able to figure out. We have a week to a month. They'll be able to get a time frame right away.
Maybe it's 30 years.
We got to pick a number though. Slowly.
You can pick a number then.
Fine.
I don't care about putting
10
boundaries.
years. I like 10 years because it's probably just enough that we might be able to accommodate for it for the most part, but it's also hella stressful. Like we have time, but
Yeah.
also this is dangerous and this is scary. And
Well,
but
one
it's just
thing
enough.
is we'd have to figure out how bodies work with atrophy because like basically things don't survive without tension. So I think everything would eventually just die.
Yeah, we're screwed. I told you already.
I know, but like,
It was stressful.
yeah.
Everyone like, all right, we got to start. Certain materials are going to sell out like crazy, not toilet paper, but like straps. Everyone's going to hold everything down. So stop sliding and floating away.
Here's one thing. I thought about this. This is what I would do as a smart person. So I would create a company that basically creates circular domiciles that are just round and that can float perfectly independent of anything just by itself. And what you would do is you would make it, you would decorate it and everything, and then you'd prepare for the day when gravity disappears entirely. And when gravity disappears entirely, you have another, like the machine, the accelerator, whatever you want to call it, but that spins it. And so that it creates gravity inside the domicile that you can just live in this unit yourself. And then you just have to worry about jetpacks and stuff. So that gravity is it's like recreated using momentum and what is that called? Centripetal force.
There'd be a lot of everything. There'd be a lot of stress and people panicking and selling out of things and things crashing, like economies crashing, but there would also be a good amount of innovation.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'd succeed in creating artificial gravity, but there'd be solutions to, for example, we have small townships and places where you can live where have whatever going on, or we have buses that go around or jets, like whatever the frick. There'd be a bunch of everything, but 10 years is not enough to accommodate everything and everybody, but it's enough to where we could get some progress in 10 years. Like, hey, we know gravity's be gone. Now we have a weighted.
Yeah. Basically,
and then after that, I think we'd be able to recover. I don't think everyone would die. I don't think 10 years is fast enough to kill everybody. 10 years is enough to probably kill a lot of people.
Yeah.
But then after that, we could probably recover and keep going, but it'd be not
It'd be like weird. It'd be like living in space, basically.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to, like, I don't know how oxygen would stay down. There'd be no atmosphere because there'd be no gravity. Like that's a tough call too.
Sad.
But I think you could, with perfect utility, create cylinders, living cylinders that you just spin them. And then the momentum of them would hold you down like gravity.
There's way more than that. There's weather and ecosystems.
Yeah.
Animals, livestock, crops, food.
Yeah.
Freaking ruined.
Well,
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah. You'd have to do the same with everything. Like you'd have to.
You essentially would be living in biomes.
Yeah.
Little artificial planets, artificial, we call them artificial ecosystems, basically.
I think where everything's still boned, but like, a few people could survive because then they could just, I think that several thousand people could still survive. They would just have to be really rich people who had a ton of resources to use. And then, they'd have to create giant structures that they could replicate gravity.
I don't like it. Pick one that's not sad. I want to do another one. There's no good way out of that. I ruined it by allowing gravity to go away in 10 years.
Yeah.
On dead. So sad.
Oh my gosh. There's a lot of just really generic ones.
All right. What if... No, I'm trying to think of one. It just sounds like a would you rather.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do that. All right. What if you got sent into the future and you get to pick how far in the future you go? You don't know what's in the future, but you get to pick like a minute. You could pick 10 years. You're gonna get sent in the future. You're stuck in this box. You can't be let out unless you put in. You either die in here or you go, oh, send me to this point in the future.
Okay, let's just define our terms more. So
Okay.
there's a box that you can go inside, and it sends you to one point.
You're forced inside.
Inside the box, and you just pick
Time
one
machine.
Okay. So this box, when it sends you to the future, does it kick you out of the box, or do you get to like see your surroundings first?
It's a time machine. You can open the door opens to the time machine.
So once it if let's say this is why I'm asking,
Because if there's no atmosphere, you're dead.
right? So if I went 3,000 years in the future, there's no Earth, and it's like, well, shoot,
you're dead. You die.
The door's gonna open in a few seconds. Okay,
So you have to take a gamble here. You can go to a future where you're probably gonna die, or you can waste a trip, and go out in the future a minute. It counts, but you have to actually time travel.
I just don't see the utility in time traveling. That
Doesn't matter. You're forced into this time travel machine, and the door is locked. You will die unless you travel the future and it unlocks. And that's the situation you're in. All right. What if that? And my brain immediately goes, well, I'll take a safe bet. Just go forward like 1 minute. Now, if you say the same thing, then I'll make the stakes more difficult. But that's what
I'd say.
Okay, it'll make it more
I'm
difficult.
too scared.
You have to go forward far.
How
you have
far?
to go forward by at least 10 years.
Oh,
So now you can pick 10 to 3,000, whatever it is.
I picked 10 years.
The same. I do minimum
yeah,
because I don't want the consequence. Okay, well,
I
that's
wanted
good
my
to know.
family to still be around.
All right. I don't like agreeing with you. So what if now? All right. Now
this one.
Go
Okay,
ahead. You can make up more stuff. I'm making it up, but you had something to say. What?
this one says, "What if the God of Abraham was real, but it was killed during nuclear testing?" It doesn't make a lot of sense. But I just think it's silly.
Damn it! Accidentally killed God.
That would make sense of some things. No, I don't think that's silly.
How about let's do another time travel one that's similar, if not the same, with more parameters.
No.
I'm gonna
I've got
say-
it. I've got it.
Okay, what?
The same exact question, but it sends you back in time. You pick 1 point back in time. You have to go.
And what's the minimum time? Since that's our
No
go-to?
minimum right now.
Oh well, then I'd go back a minute. I would accept the least amount of responsibility possible. That's my philosophy. Because that's the less amount I could screw up. Now
Assuming I'm stuck there. Damn, man, that
Yeah,
sucks.
and you're stuck there. So, in this example, so while I may be able to get advantages from going back 10 years, for example, oh my gosh, there'd be so many advantages, monetary gain and knowledge and stuff. I do not want the responsibility of changing the course of everything. I don't want to change anything for everybody.
Yeah.
And somebody could get harmed in the smallest way because of what you did for yourself or even trying to help others. That's your responsibility. I don't want the responsibility. So I go back.
I know
a
what
minute.
I'd do.
Okay.
I'd go back a week.
Okay.
I'd bring with the sports book with me, make bets just for a week and get them all right.
Get it. But then what about all the people who died because of your bets?
Don't matter. Don't care.
You don't care.
Nobody's gonna die a week
No, here's
ago.
why. Here's why people. There's so many reasons people could die. Here's a more immediate one. Somebody gambled on that sport event and they lost, and you won, and they got killed by the mafia because you went back and cheated.
That's their fault for
That's
getting
their
involved
fault.
with the mafia. I get to bet.
Again, that's like one of the best case scenarios where it's like you can't. There's so many reasons.
Yeah.
So now the guy delivering the deposits to your local bank to get the transfer gets hit by a car and dies. You're
No, he doesn't.
no, he
Odds are that he doesn't.
Okay, no, I'm not trying to be too annoying, but seriously, you
I
don't
think
care
a
about
week-
you don't care about any negative things that might happen because of.
I think a week is not so long ago. Like, I know what happened in this last week, and I don't think that anything.
On principle,
Yeah.
If you went back a minute, you could do something that eventually ends up getting somebody hurt. Sure. But there's less chance of you causing those kinds of rippling effects in a minute as opposed to a week. That's why I'm choosing the minimum.
Yeah.
So the question isn't about how long. It's about, do you care at all about any negative things you do to people involuntarily, however small? because I do care. I care enough to try to do the least amount of that possible.
Okay, well,
I'm not saying you're wrong.
I know, I get what you're saying. To me, it's the same amount of worry that I have that I could do one of those things to hurt people now.
So may as well benefit from it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I could, right now I could drive to work and crash my car and kill a kid, or I could suck.
Because here's a mind boner. We are all affecting the future right now. We
Right.
are time traveling. I know.
That's my point. It's like, well, what, how much worse could I actually make it from a week ago? Like I get 10 years ago, and if I knew the future and took Bill Gates's ideas or whatever and made millions, like I get how things could change.
I got a way to narrow down the question, although you kind of went there. So you picked a week.
Yeah.
Let's say a week, so it's easy. You are going to go back a week. The question is now, what are you going to do now that you're forced to travel back in time 1 week? The thing about that question is I feel like the answers we give are really personal as to what we happened in the last week, as opposed to if we said you're sent back 10 years, what are you going to do? Now we can answer more broad, general questions, but you pick a week or 10 years.
I actually know what I'd do with a week. So with a week,
here's a little twist. You're going to get sent back to in 1 week, you get sent back to now. So you have this week to study and observe what's happening so you can plan when you go back. That's the situation you're in.
I like
Wouldn't
that.
it be a fun premise for a movie? It starts
It
like,
would.
all right, you have a week to plan. You're going to get sent back in time. Now go out and figure, you can set stuff up. You can plan.
All that. But the second time he goes back, he does all the same things with the new adjustments. And then one thing that should happen a certain way doesn't happen the same way. And it becomes a horror fucking movie. It'd be so cool. Dude.
So fun.
Dude, can you imagine you go back and you see the dog, but the
fun.
dog like looks at you instead of just minds its business? You'd be like,
What's wrong? Things change and you
Something's
didn't account
after.
for them changing. Things aren't the
yes.
same. You just assume everything's going to be exactly the same, but they're not.
Yeah.
Little things change on their own. You're like,
It's such a cool idea for a movie.
I want to watch this movie. Anyway,
I know. Okay.
let's put that all away.
But actually, here's what a person, if they're smart financially, fiscally, what they would do. They'd go back. They'd take all the money they have. they'd put it into a slot machine. They know one big, like as big as possible. Like you go to a $5, take $100 bet, throw it on roulette wheel, the number that it is, and then do that at 3 different places. Make a huge amount of money. Then you've got a list of all the stocks that blow up, right?
Well, I was gonna say you
trade
during the week.
You just trade all week.
Read
Yeah.
about. You read the stocks or whatever.
You grow like you literally have no money and you know what bets to place and then you know what stocks to invest in for that week and then you cash out at the end of the week like what? I'm a freaking bajillionaire now.
Obviously, that's what you do in a week. During the week of study, you see, you take note of.
I just feel smart for figuring that out.
Essentially, stocks.
Basically, you figure out the quickest way to get a big chunk of money and then you figure out all the right stocks to invest in over a week that just launched.
You literally, essentially, take that sports almanac of the stocks for the week.
Yeah.
That's all you do, basically.
Man, we're so smart
But then the movie starts, and the dog doesn't look at him, and the audience and him don't think anything of it. And then this other thing happens, and you're like, what? And then you're like, oh no. His bus that's supposed to take him to this firm he's going to is late this time. He's not going to make it.
Yeah.
Now someone's going to come. What is happening?
Yeah. And it becomes,
now he's being tortured. What is happening?
Sure, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's so good.
I want to watch this movie.
I do too. Because it's like a feel-good movie for most of it.
You think it's a feel-good movie.
And then it's not.
And you're like,
maybe
God damn it.
Maybe it barely ends happy.
I was going to say, maybe in the end it all comes together. But it takes you on this wild ride.
Yeah. And people would be like sucked in because of the feel good. Wow, it's like a special.
So good for this guy.
And then they stay for the terror and the how's he gonna get out of it? But then all along it's his own fault for testing,
doing
the universe.
Trying to be,
he's tampering with things.
Him, but it's his fault.
Yeah, it is.
We're reviewing this movie that hasn't come out and doesn't exist.
It's his fault.
It was a good movie though.
We can totally do that movie. We'll do it.
I'm not smart enough to write that movie and make it good. That's the problem.
Yeah, we could. Freaking Sylvester Stallone wrote a movie, dude.
That doesn't make
Ben
it good.
Affleck and Christian Banus did, and what's his name? The other guy. They wrote a movie. Matt Damon. They wrote
Oh,
a freaking
you're
movie.
talking
when they
about
were
Good Will
kids.
Hunting.
Yeah, they did that. Now they're big and famous. They did it like they wrote a fine movie.
Well, they had a
And got-
script doctor fix it for them. It wasn't just
Right.
their movie.
That's what we can do. We can write just a decent idea, and then someone smarter than us goes, "This is how you fix it." And then it's like, "Hey, look at what we did by ourselves." And the script doctor's like, "No." That's what we got to do. This is our sports almanac. Okay, and we're back in time right now. The dog hasn't looked at us yet. Okay, let's be done.
Okay, let's be done
I have
forever.
to eat these Cheetos.
Okay, if we'll just hold up for a second, we can make sure we know which Cheetos that they were that you're
These
going to.
ones. All right.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening and or watching the listening show. I guess we'll see you next. I guess you'll hear us next time.
Yeah. Next time, I think we'll try to do 2 cameras again another time, but we could. That was another thing. We only have one.
Hopefully, you
camera.
guys don't mind.
Yeah,
Let us know
whatever.
if you
We're
do.
too lazy for it. Bye for all time.
Bye for all time.